Hello there, Qckslvrslash, and today I have a video courtesy of Navy SEAL sailing the Tier 10 American battleship, the Montana. Now, I was in a div with him for this game, so you can see me up there in the Yu-Yang, and we've got another clanmate, Comrade Rilo, in the Salem ship they just got and have been playing a whole ton to some very good success. But this one isn't about us, this is really about Navy's game in the back, and honestly, at the time, I did not know he was having the kind of game he was having. Sometimes in destroyers, you really get sucked into the own little world you're playing because you're skirting right on the edge of detection. You've got radars. You really have to focus on keeping alive. You don't have a lot of time to look behind you and see how your teammates are doing. And it wasn't really till the end of this one that it became apparent Navy was doing some work. So off the bat, pretty standard. We spawned right in the middle, so I decide I'm going to get up into Bravo. Rilo positions himself as close as possible using some cover to bring that radar into the fight, and Navy kind of goes to a position between B and C, really just open up the arcs, give them multiple targets to shoot at. And you can see, picking between a Cleveland and a Republic, well, the Republic is a bigger target in this kind of range. Probably has a decent chance to do some damage. Sadly, the target goes dark, and it's always frustrating when this happens because you get to see the damage you do, but you don't get to see why you missed. So in that case, we don't know. Did he overlead? Did he underlead? Was it just bad dispersion? And that can be one of those frustrating things, particularly in battleships, where you're only getting volleys so often and you want to be able to correct your shots, and you just don't know. So you can see Navy really is putting himself over at sea. He's got a Zhao over here, which, I mean, sailing broadside like that, no reason Navy shouldn't be able to absolutely just reach out and touch him and take away most of his hit points. And he does just that. That's pretty much half a Zhao in one volley. 2 penetrations, 1 Citadel. Meanwhile, enemy Qckslvrslash managed to get the cap, and when you look at the map, I would hope our Shima was getting a little more involved. He does detect the enemy Shima here, so with the Des Moines there, that should be a dead DD. Navy, meanwhile, working on the Cleveland, which is really going to help the friendly destroyer at this cap if he can do some good damage. Decent hit there, about 6k. In the meantime, I'm kind of just sitting mid-cap. I threw some torps, hit the minnow. I'm trying to take it, but I'm going to get forced out soon. And I find more and more this map really relies on a team taking one of the flanks. You've just got to be able to win a side of the map and start wrapping around the enemy. If it sits in a flat fight like this, it can take quite some time for anything to really go down. Points, pretty much even. 330, 345, but both teams have a cap, so 1 kill will really be the difference there. So there's nothing major happening, and I've been unable to take B, and you can see a Moskva charging in. There's a lot of pressure coming, so I'm gonna have to leave. Navy sees that and starts coming back. That's a lot of ships all right in the center of the map. That's a lot of potential damage that he can put down if he manages to focus them. So you got a Turpid sailing in, showing enough side that this should be another good shot. And he starts to get his rudder over. It's not going to be in time. Navy lands a solid hit, just over 11k, and do that a couple more times, there's not a lot of Turpids left. You can see this Moskva as well might be coming out broadside, and there's just a target-rich environment, which really gives Navy kind of the pick of the litter, shoot the things he wants to, and, well, a lot of Cleveland showing its side, or Cleveland showing a lot of its side, so that becomes the next target. And this is a very effective way to get a lot of damage, but also really help your team out, and wow, Citadel penetration, there goes the Cleveland. And that pretty much frees our shim up to get into C. So that's a very important kill. That radar is really the thing, I think, keeping our Qckslvrslash at bay. the DM, the Chappie, the Kerfers, they need to get moving north. You can see Rilo there, managed to finish off the Republic, basically farming them, and here comes a Yami pushing into A. Meanwhile, we've gotten into C. You can see me sitting in a smoke just trying to hit this Tirpitz, and it was funny. At the time, Rilo and I were kind of joking about who gets to have this kill, you know, whose damage is this. I had Torps almost on the way, and here comes Navy. Broadside Tirpitz, one volley, another 10k, and that Tirpitz is just in a world of hurt. There's not a lot he can do here. You can see he put his Torps into the water, but knowing that's kind of what he was doing, Rilo had no problem dodging him, and Navy's just slowed up. He's pretty much just waiting to finish this guy off, and here it comes. The shots are in the air, 6k, no way this guy doesn't die. There it is, and, well, some more Torps in the water, so Navy's gonna have to get motoring. He's got to turn in to hopefully be able to dodge these. Might end up eating one, but he's got his damage control available. He has a repair party available, so the second it hits, you can pretty much jam them all, but it winds up missing. Got that rudder over just in time and just slips right on past them. That said, there is a big threat sitting in this cap, and the Torps force Navy to turn in. And it's going to be hard for him to disengage now, and there's two Shimikazes potentially right in front of him. And you can see some more torpedoes in the water. Not sure who those were. We have a broadside Moskva. May have gone dark, but Navy could see where he was. Great set of hits. 4 Citadels just absolutely wiping that Soviet cruiser off the map. More torpedoes in the water, but once again, they're just missing Navy. And there's the rest. So we kind of know where the Shima is. At this point, I was looking to get around to C to go contest out that way, but the Moskva and everything got finished off, so I'm pretty much going to have to turn around and get back in here to start sorting out and helping Navy, though he needs no help. Gonna eat some Torps there, really hurts him, he's on low health, but Navy pretty much just obliterating everything he points his gun at. And when the Monty has games like this, she is an amazing ship and hard to beat. You can see the Shima wiggling its booty there, but it's not going to be enough to duck Navy. Taking half his health, picking up the Confederate, and really already a super strong game. And this one, it's looking over already. Realistically, it's going to be hard for the enemy team to come back. Sure, they've got an extra cap right now, but it's not going to do a whole lot. And Navy's got that repair party available, but he's not using it. And that's one thing, like, I would be all over that button. The second it's available, get it, use it, get your health back, because then you have to go through a cooldown before you can use the next. He finally does hit it, and, well, now he's got a Republic to farm. He took some shots at this guy early in the game, I believe. Didn't hit, but that last one did, and you can see we're starting to push them off the map. I'm basically going straight after that Shimikaze, finish it off. Rilo and I are going to take the cab. There's the cab. Navy slipping a shot just over the rocks. Only one shell clears. It's 1,000 damage, and the cab slams his brakes on, which should be enough for Navy to get some more damage in, taking more health off a very pesky destroyer. But here comes the Republic. The real fight's about to begin. You've got a minnow ahead of you, so that minnow really should be able to stop this Republic up, just with his torpedoes. And it looks like that's exactly what happened. You can see the Republic slammed its brakes on, it's behind an island, it's feeling safe, which is not something you can say for this cab. You know, 10 kilometers, this is not a long-range shot to make. Navy puts the shells right on target, picks up the Kraken, and is closing in on 200,000 damage here. And, I mean, you want to crack 200? He's charging that Republic. 20 seconds until he has his next repair party. I personally would be putting this fire out. There's not a lot that could hurt him right now or light another. But then again, the second he gets the repair party, he'll be able to heal this health right back up. And you can see the Republic just trying to tuck in, protect themselves. Guns looking nowhere near Navy, actually. They had been, but he looks to be trying to track them around at maybe the minnow, figuring he's got an easy kill there. And you can see Navy just being patient, waiting to get a bit aside, and then puts them all into the superstructure. Sadly, not a lot of damage there. The penetrating hit doing none. It's actually the overpen that did all the damage. Secondaries peppering away, and well, this is a bit of a reload race, and I still don't know that the Republic's actually looking his way, but either way, Navy getting that bow in, making sure he's not showing broadside, and yeah, Republic staring straight at him, so he puts him right into the gun. 6 kills, didn't quite break 200, come on, get a long range shot at the Zao. The turn drags the turrets off, sadly, and well, if he can't get them back on, he may not be able to crack the 200 mark here, but he still has 6 kills and has had just a beast of a game. Shells are in the air. This is really make it or break it for him, because I don't see this Zao surviving too much longer. And meanwhile, I'm fighting their other Shimakaze, kind of holed up, just waiting for him. I spot him, I get the shells out, I finish off their last remaining DDs, so the only hit points left on the map are the Zao. So Navy slams it into forward gear. I'd be getting that spotter plane up, just every little advantage you can have to try and hit this Zao, crack that 200k barrier, and really just cap off a great game. You can see the spotter plane in the air. There she is. Navy takes a peek, doesn't really have a good sightline, and this is where the spotter plane would be amazing to just drop those shells over. Looks like it's going to hit the island. He's still just searching for a place to aim. It says they're going to go into land, but he takes a shot anyway, because you can see the Zao just evaporating. Sadly, doesn't hit him, and well, that's going to be his last volley, because that Zao is a goner. And while Navy couldn't quite crack that 200k damage mark, he definitely made it count where it matters, getting 6 kills, finishing off a couple targets in single volleys, 2 devastating strikes. Confederate, Dreadnought, Kraken, First Blood, High Caliber, 643,000 credits, just shy of 10k XP, and look at that 483 free XP. He definitely wasn't running flags on this one, but I don't think he cares, because it was an amazing game, and he made his shots count. And that's what a lot of Battleship players I've seen fail to do sometimes, is rather than swap to a target that is giving them a beautiful shot, they just zone in and they keep shooting one target who has gone bow in, and they're still just slinging AP, hoping the result will change. The best Battleship players out there, they make the people who show them broadside die. You know, like the Qckslvrslash there, a couple of the other ships. The second that broad is shown, that's the target, because you can pretty much end them in one volley. And he did that a lot in this, cracking the 3,000 XP mark there. There's not much to say. This was a very solid game. I was happy Navy was behind there doing work, because I was up in the cap just trying to stay alive. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed this. Thank you, Navy, for sharing this one with me. If you did like it, please consider giving a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. And as always, I am Qckslvrslash. I'll have another one for you all later.